Matt, a 4-3 win here at Swindon. What an extraordinary evening.
Yeah, a very good evening. A very good evening. Considering the changes we made, the personnel we had on that pitch, the personnel we had on the bench, don't underestimate that performance and that result tonight. Ain't no bones about it. Swindon wanted to win that game of football, as did we. Started really well, started on the front foot, got a platform in the game, and created a lot of chances throughout the evening. You could see a lot of those players were out on their feet towards the end of the game, and Swindon had some really good attacking players on that pitch and created us problems. So pleased to get the win towards the end. Could have made life a little bit easier for ourselves, but most pleased with the way that group got through 90 minutes and impressed throughout.
Made it nervy for us at the end though, didn't they, with those?
Yeah, they scored the third goal in the 93rd, 94th minute, so I can't grumble in relation to that. Like I say, you could see some of them were cramping up, some of them on the floor at the end. That showed how hard they'd worked for the majority of that game, and I was sat there thinking, should I change shape or should I make substitutions? But I wanted that group who'd played so well and earned the result to stay on at the end of the game, and that was important. They've got to see it through in terms of those moments. Some young, old, or is irrelevant in terms of seeing games out and understanding what it takes when your body's cramping up and you're knackered and you're making poor decisions, and that's where a little bit of experience is absolutely key. So I think another 5 academy products starting that game, another 5 on the bench, and in amongst that 5 on the bench some under 18s as well, so a great experience for all.
Ever since Ollie Watkins transferred to Villa, there's been so much talk about this academy, but within 6 minutes 2 of them had scored their first professional goals.
Yeah, but like I say, 5 started on Saturday, and we've won the last 2 league games. So it's not just Ollie Watkins; it's about the group to come. I've said time and time again, they need a pathway, they need a plan in place, they need a structure to follow, and they need time. They need to be physically ready. Like I said, you could see at the end some were out on their feet. They need to be physically ready for me to trust them for 90 plus minutes on the League 2 football on a Saturday. And nights like tonight will give them a better idea of what's to come. Like I say, Swindon were a good team tonight, but we more than matched them for the majority. And if we held on towards the end, we held on a little bit. But like I say, some really good performances. And it's not just the young boys; some of the senior boys really stood up tonight.
Whichever way you look at it, no matter who's played, it's 3 wins in a row. Has this result in performance given you food for thought? It
has. Look, it's always difficult to change a winning team, but I was so pleased. Like I said, we can talk about the academy players, but some of those senior players, like Nicky Jose, Alex Fisher, Piers Sweeney, putting their hand up and saying, select me. Like I said in times and times again, we will change formation at times this season. We've got so many games, personnel can't play every minute of every single game, so we've got to be flexible. Change the formation tonight. Jack Sparks at wing back was absolutely outstanding. Jake Caprice getting more minutes and playing in terms of his pace and power going forward. So I was really pleased with the dynamic of the team tonight.
And Jose linked up very well with Alex Fisher, we saw a few times as well. Could have scored Alex.
Yeah, could have got a few more in terms of those chances created. I don't think we've created that many chances for that amount of time, and scored 4 goals as well, if that makes sense. So we looked like we had a threat about them. I just thought Ben and Fish gave us a platform against their centre halves, really worked them all night, and Nicky got joy and space off the back of that, but he was only allowed to do that because Kite and Nigel held the middle of the pitch and with his security behind him. So there's always a knock-on effect in terms of the way he set the team up. I was really pleased with, like I say, the way we went about our business tonight. We looked like a physical team and we had a threat about us, and like I say, some of those players have really put themselves in contention. If it's not this weekend, it'll be the weekend after.
And on a lighter note, Swindon, they pumped in some crowd noise this evening. That was strange.
Yeah, I think it probably took me about 10 or 15 minutes to notice what that was. It was strange, but it felt like there was more of an atmosphere. It's still so strange. I mean, for anyone who's not experienced these games, they're not enjoyable because you want the fans. I remember coming here last season, I think there was 12,000 fans here, and we filled the away and we filled this stand just behind you doing the interview. What a fantastic atmosphere. Unfortunately, we didn't perform particularly well on the day, but that's why you're involved with football, and that's so important in terms of fans. So we're disappointed. It was strange because, like I say, that crowd noise it makes a difference, but it's still false. It's still not the same. You still don't get the reactions on the pitch like you normally do. But our group's trying to play at an intensity which is relevant to what we need.
Thanks, Matt.
No problem.